Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to the Wendigos, episode 38. Originally streaming live on Twitch, August 29th. The only change since the last stream is that all animals must be neutered, and the changelog is that trade caravans were removed from the purchasable events, and the neuter mod was added. Let's get going. Alright, yeah, I got shot to the body twice. I'll do it. You were killed by me and Dragaron. You died a warrior's death, waddling around on sea ice with mechs shooting at you. It's an honorable death. Alright, so this is... Really? We loaded up that fast? Alright, if you say so. Alright, a mobile caravan. Yeah, they buy all this garbage weaponry. Plastil club. Imagine taking the plastil that you have and forming it into a club. Like, that's a good use for it. So these guys have shock lances, insanity lances, animal clothing, plastil hospital beds, but tech cores are a no-go. That's unfortunate. Alright, I'll just start marching home with minimum weight. Another thing I want to do is... Actually, before we break these down, let's not refuel them. I'm going to send a gift bag to the Wendigos of just stuff I don't want. Alright, poor Lino. I guess what I could start to do is to kick off... yeah. Let's kick off the tomb area. Alright, so gift bag. We're going to be butchering up more. Actually, you know what? I will, no. Yeah, we'll be butchering up more. Let's send some clothing. I guess no one even picked up the prestige cataphract. Alright, so that will be our gift bag. Send some of their dead back. I would, but I don't think there's much of a need. Alright, so here, storage, we are going to allow penguin corpses. There it is. Why is that not powered? Oh, right, because it's the weird... Yeah, we're... Okay, hold on. I'll have this like this. Didn't want to have to remove these conduits one at a time because it's kind of annoying. Alright, so these sarcophaguses are looking good. The purpose of these is also to move who is buried here over to the new area to have this be a dedicated sarcophagus zone so that we can gain psi focus more effectively. I will add more stuff to this area, but it's not my priority right now, so I'm not going to be doing it until it becomes a priority. I'm working on the farm. Oh, is this... Okay, yeah. Okay. There we are. That should stop people treating the inside as a thoroughfare. Here, let me clean some. That got rightfully dirty. Tailoring, I'm going to have you be our cleaner for a bit. Okay, cool. Get this finished up. Luciferium? What's the art for his tomb? I'll check in just a sec. Alright, art for his tomb. A penguin's work. The sarcophagus is engraved with an artwork of a penguin being killed by a lancer without emotion or expression. The lancer looks distressed at what it's doing. Wait, that's an oxymoron, but whatever. A dragon fire from the main suspect conveys the emotion of decency. Again, it's not supposed to be with emotion, but whatever. The work seems to represent family. The image relates to the lancer killing penguin that was actually poorly known. So, it's accurate and descriptive of what happened. So, yep. At least that's good. Okay, I guess we researched harp. Let's research animal healing. And finish up this kitchen area. Maybe eventually. Alright, I'm not going to refuel it. How is this guy doing? Still a lot of resistance remaining. That's okay. Is this ready to launch? Yep. Alright, I'm going to break these down. They received a gift. You're welcome. Is Meat being recruited? He is. He just is difficulty like 99%. So it's a bit of a slog. Wildlife. Yep, there's no penguins. Okay. So now we obviously have a much larger area for the kitchen. And we are going to sterilize these tiles because Wendigos still suffer from food poisoning. But it won't be a thoroughfare. You know, people shouldn't travel through it for convenience. And then we have these side doors that are going to be propped open that will be pseudo-heated. Alright, the batteries are going to have to move, but I'm going to worry about that later. Maybe I'll worry about that now. So batteries could go here, I guess. Where's my power? Where does it run? I just want them out of the way. Well, that's not going to work. Actually, I could just have them line up. Alright, so that gets the batteries out of the way. And the farm area is slowly taking form. I'm obviously going to want to remove the bone china that's in here, because that's the wrong material for this type of construction. And then also remove these whimsy walls. By whimsy, I mean flimsy. You know, words, whatever. So the less foot traffic in here should reduce our chance of food poisoning, which will be good. I think it's pretty evident where my kitchens are going to go. Oops, I built that wrong. Where my hydroponic farms are going to go. And then we'll work towards other goals. Trying to get back to the exciting stuff. Okay. That's a good kitchen. It's going to allow a whole lot of meat. So what? We have up until 50 meals. So let's go ahead and queue till 50. And this is the human meat only. Okay, perfect. Whoa, Meteorite of Jade landing from Dub. Camassia sending a work frenzy. And I think I'm caught up. I need to start remembering to click those off as they pop. So the double insulated farms should keep it warmer. Another textile trader. Oh boy, we have so much tattered, tainted stuff to get rid of, don't we? Alright, Wolf, we'll have you install those, and then let's check who has trade price improvement. It would be Wolf. Okay, I have a lot more wool than I thought I did. I guess we've been sort of backed up, so we haven't been making the dusters. So I really don't have anything to trade with these guys. Unfortunately. Okay, so we have a place to put the other batteries. You also have something to vote up top for a Tory Talker vote. What kind of event you want to see. And we are just about ready for the farm to take full form. Hey, Derp! Thanks for the sub. I've been playing a bit like a derp today, so I like your name. It unfortunately reminds me of myself. So we're getting really close to having hydroponics. I'm almost there, and then we'll go do some fighting and the like. I'm gonna set up some pillars here. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots in. Because a lot of this is going to be significantly broken down. That's the drop you voted on. Thwomp. It hits. Let's unrestrict everybody, because it's actually still pretty cold, but hopefully they won't hypothermia themselves too quickly. I will have to reset once I get the farm going. I'm going to turn off these heaters, because obviously I'm not planting anything yet. But once I get the farm going, I'm going to have to reset the heaters to be proper temperature. So here, let me just do that. Reset, or I'll forget to. I just roofed in my telescopes. That sounds reasonable. Can't look at the sky that way, but... Alright, so I want a pillar here as well. So let's crank out one more pillar. Just use the pillar by the table? Oh yeah, I have a few extra pillars by the table. True. Sorry, Chelsea. Good call on that. And that's going to keep the roof up. Now my animals, all the beds are going to be put It's a strange looking base. I kind of like every series I ever have, The bases look unique at the very least. For better or for worse, sometimes they're not the smartest designs, but they're unique designs. Gotta give me that. Okay, what do we got? Quest active. So we have available this Mechanoid quest. I guess I can have you all vote for that. And then there's a stash of goodies protected by an unknown threat. And that was offered up. So, here we are. Little poll about the mech cluster. So just to reference this, this is the available Anthuses. It's a freeholder of the crown saying that I could accept this cluster here for these rewards. They don't reward me in relationship, so they don't really, it's not a violation of the rules per se, but it is working technically for the crown. But just, yeah, we'll have you all chime in and see what you all think about that. Little bit of reconfiguring here, trying to have no dark spots because of course darkness, oh, was that a reinstall? Darkness slows down movement speed, so lightening up the area. And then anything that isn't actually an active trade zone, I'm going to switch the floors. Oh, Eisenhorn, you're still unconscious. Yeah, that makes sense. So all the blackened floor will be the valid trade areas, and then the non-blackened floor will be the non-valid trade areas. So there we go. Oh, this needs to be powered back on. So you all think, yes, I'll wait until it's just about overtime for me to accept that. Fog from Libby, and then Contentment for females from Night. So it's not perfectly double insulated around where these doors are. Oops, and there's a spot that I missed. But it should be good enough to be able to get me by the heat that I want. Hopefully. I'm also... Yeah, I'm going to knock down these doors that go here, because we don't want to be using this as a way of travel. And let's pop some roofs up here. Perfect. Then additionally, I'm going to remove the roof over the center. We'll have to shovel it, which is kind of a nuisance, but it's fine. All right, looking good. Now, the next step, of course, is to significantly bolster our power grid to be able to accommodate for the the hydroponics, which we haven't yet to do. And it shows because our battery is looking very, very, very sad. I'm thinking perhaps I tried to add some additional... Maybe once we move these sarcophagi, I'll move... I'll add some additional... chem fuel powered generators in here. Alright, so I'm going to copy the setting that was in here and paste it over here. And who can build? If I bury Fugly... Okay, Fugly is being properly buried. Good. Open first. Copy settings. Paste settings. Because we don't want to burn up these corpses or anything. We want to use them for our morbid fascination. Oh, copy settings and paste settings. Isidoros. Alright, great. Okay, so now we freed up some additional space for potentially chem fuel powered generators around here. Luciferium. Be better to forbid them in case of emergency. Yeah, that might be better. I mean, it's less insulating, but you never know when you're going to have an emergency and you're going to need to add a quick route. And in fact, these doors here are also going to be same deal. So animal safety is going to have to be significantly repainted here. They don't even have access to their own beds. They should be allowed anywhere in here. I'm also going to need a dedicated drug stockpile, which prohibits the animals from being able to access drugs that they shouldn't have. So let's paint animal safety. So for now, I'm going to have animal safety. This looks fine. It might not be the warmest areas, potentially. But if they're really cold, they can come here, which is a little bit warmer. Meaning these sleeping spots are out. And then as far as animals go, let's repaint this as well, so that they don't go anywhere they're not supposed to. So we'll want them out of the farms. And we have another cold snap coming from Mr. Johns. Okay. I see how it is. Because all of our animals are required to be corpse eaters, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're obligate carnivores. Obligate carnivores meaning like a warg, meaning that they're obligated to eat meat. The difference is, like, let's say Penguinati, who's one of our penguins, she might eat animals, plant seeds and things like that. So we also have to make sure they don't have access to the hydroponics area. Okay, Eisenhorn, you just keep dying to... I guess we just left you there. I don't think from Resmix serum, he never really regained consciousness, and he was never moved. So it's partially my fault. Partially, fennec foxes don't belong on this map tile because it's simply too cold for them. So I'm not going to revive you. Fennec. That was my original worry, is that the map tile is simply just too chilly for fennec foxes to survive, and I think we've proven that. We even used Resmix serum, and you're dead again. So Hopefully you can be awarded a new pet, but don't hold your breath. Attempts were made, I think it's fair to say. So this freezer isn't exactly double insulated from the parts of the base that I want to stay warm, but it's close enough. So let's forbid these doors so they don't become thoroughfares, and we'll just leave them in place. So are rats allowed? It really depends on temperature sensitivity. I'm basically not going to go out of my way to try to keep animals that don't belong on sea ice alive because they're freezing to death. It's cold here. Of course they're going to freeze to death. So if they do freeze, you know, they didn't belong in the first place. The Wendigos are pretty ruthless, and it's somewhat survival of the fittest, with some compassion in there a little bit. But for the most part, if you're too weak to stay alive on the sea ice, you don't belong on the sea ice. We're not Ice Sheet. A reference that some of you Discorders might get. We're not Ice Sheet, so, you know, we're not here to pamper the weak. Alright, so this is just to illuminate the hallways additionally for easier movement. Okay, there we go. So now everything is fairly well illuminated. I'm throwing shade. Yeah, I'm throwing shade. I will admit that. So it is pretty damn cold. I'm going to close these Bonecrete doors. It's pretty damn cold in here. Another thing is, I think standing lamps really don't belong. So let's fix that. Maybe just two. Okay, we have some critical hypothermia. That is so this hallway is being treated here. So Vanti, actually warm up. It's one of the problems of wearing the prestige armor is it doesn't really keep you all that warm. I wonder if what we've done with Eisenhorn. Because I'd like to bury him if I haven't ruined my... okay, I've ruined my chance. Neat. Yeah, the crypt here, I'm going to isolate into a much smaller map tile. And then I'll probably heat it up. With the idea that we'll have room for expansion, and then also possibly for some sort of temple sometime in the future if you all vote that you want a temple. So we'll get that all set up. More beer from Loose Viper. Colonist needs names. Oh, just gonna make sure I spelt that right. Yeah, okay, I did. And you're all voting for yes, so I'll get that accepted in a minute here. Before I go off on another trade run. Yep, the other fox died from hypothermia as well. I think actually really most of my critters are dying, so this is just like an extreme situation of cold. But even then, those fennec foxes just didn't have the temperature comfort to be here. Alright, so before these guys lose consciousness and join Froyo and the like... Oh, yeah, they're already on the process. Here. Animals. I gotta force move them right now. Because they're not going on their own. Actually, Rob's just went unconscious. Alright, so Froyo, copy. No. Contents. Storage. Fennec. Fox. And Ox, you'll bury him. Alright. Any lost limbs here? Nope, just some simple hypothermia. Alright, so it's obviously come to my attention that animal clothes, let's do until we have 2. We're going to make it with Megasloth wool. And then pet scarves, do until we have 2, again, with Megasloth wool. There will be a perpetual queue for that. For pants, we're going to go with wool. And for shirts, we're going to go with wool too. It's just been too cold to not. Dusters, it's going to be human leather. But Dusters is going to be the bottom queue here. It's the last thing we work on when we're done with everything else. And then Parkas is wool too. Alright, so we have the tailoring up. And then Glitch, I'm going to make you tailor more than anything else. Because we are just getting way too cold. Yeah, it's even a bad temperature in here. So another thing I was going to do to try to bolster the power grid is to set up some chem fuel. Some old chem fuel jennies. So we'll get those built up. And one of the other advantages is they do produce heat and light, which is kind of nice. So yeah, it is negative 111 now. In fact, to the point where I'm going to set everyone to close. I don't want anyone wandering around too far. And then I do realize that I'm keeping my pets locked down, which is sort of intentional. I have 5 hours left to accept the mech cluster. The other thing is, it's not all that likely that we'll be able to deal with the mech cluster in this temperature, because it's just simply too cold for travel to like stand out there for very long. Alright, so Auntie, what is your comfort temperature at? Okay, so it's a little too cold in here for you, but not by too much. And I can prove this by enclosing this space a bit more. I'm not going to enclose this eastern wall, because this eastern wall is going to get expanded anyway. But there. That should help out a bit. Alright, 2 hours, except... another thing I could do for the animals, because you're concerned, and yeah, rightfully so, allow them to travel to eat human flesh out of the kitchen. Alright, so the mechanoids arrive from the south. So we do have an autumn order. It initiates in 10 days, so I have about T-minus 10 days to deal with this. Social fight, yep, of course. Of course. So let's take a look. They have Lancer Assembler, Scyther Assembler, 2 pods. They've got 3 centipedes, a Inferno turret, a charge turret, and a mortar. Oh, and another Inferno turret, and then some small guys. They've got mech trap beacons, which will supplement the amount that they have very quickly. So the auto mortar is the really annoying one, and that's probably what we're going to want to focus on the initial push. Why haven't we done the advanced bionic hand yet? And we have a raid of... Hey, Fantasy Life. Raid of Outlanders. Okay, so these Outlanders have really, 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 really terrible clothing on, which I honestly don't really understand, because they're going to get themselves frozen before they even get to me. That's not true. But they're going to be pretty hypothermic. Steal the lights for the crypt? Yeah, I mean, if I can. The thing is, gloom lights aren't tough. They do blow up. If you're not familiar with gloom lights, they got added in 1.2. They're kind of like glow pods that you get from insectoids, but they don't decay. They're basically a light source that doesn't require power. So there's also the other possibility that one of these guys is a fantastic cannibalist. No, they're not. Let's go mess with them. Because of course our feral weapon bayonets are superior to... They actually makes for pretty good brawling weapons. Oh! Turtle Sandwich, you no longer have a bite scar. It just got healed up from your Luciferium. There's also a Manhunter pack of walruses from the north. That's a lot of walruses. Alright, well, we might have won, but I'm not done. Good use of your broad shield pack, buddy. What a waste. Oh, there's still Paulo here. Okay, he doesn't have any utility items. Ah, he got out. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, the AI, with all the new utility weapons that have been introduced, the AI, I can't say uses them all that effectively, but it is pretty cool that they will try at least. So animals, you're all set to definitely inside. So that's good. Our brawlers are still doing their thing. I want you all to get indoors. I didn't want them to trip all the deadfalls, but yeah, whatever. What's my opinion of the feral support machine guns? They're great. Oh, Lanny, what are you doing, buddy? You could not be more reckless. Components from Savanti, and the Manhunter packs were Savanti. Button-down shirt masterwork from Glitch, but that wasn't him gifting it. So the thing is, Manhunter packs will also trigger mech clusters. They will fight mechs. Oh, close this poll? Yeah, hell yeah. Sorry. My bad. But I'm not going to worry about that. I'm not going to bother to set up my... to try to engineer it so these walruses... If the Manhunter pack was like wargs or something that I actually thought could take down... I thought could actually physically take down the cluster, I would have them... Oh, why'd I do that? Why'd I do that? That was the... I'm so used to my zones that I set up, the ones that are keeping for me to name them, and then I deleted it, and of course they're not named. So animals, stay there. Herbal meds from Sky Collective. What I was going to do is I was retaking a look at safety, which... Actually, yeah, let's get rid of that. Retaking a look at safety to make sure that it makes sense. Okay. That makes sense. Another masterwork. Awesome. We're gonna get warm. More herbal meds. Stocks are running low. I know. I know. I've been really hoping that Ox would find a tech core. So speaking of tech cores, let's see. Next restock is in a month, but the manglers have been restocked. Okay, so we'll try the manglers. I might have done something to screw up the vending list and accidentally taken it off the valid list. There's a possibility I did that. Which would be entirely my fault. Cloth from Chimmick. What is Meep's recruit at? 55 left. So if we had an inspiration... let's check our inspirations. If we had an inspiration, that obviously would be moot. But I don't believe we do. Yeah, shoot frenzy, go frenzy, work frenzy. No inspirations. Kanaka, thanks for the herbal meds. And... yep. Here we go, Inspired Surgery from Viper. I know what you guys are trying to do, and Inspired Frenzy from Reds. Because, yeah, it'd be really cool if we, not only that, but he's only 33. I mean, was in cryo for like 70 years. But it's funny that he's technically younger than Glitch, who's only 60. Alright, I am going to start processing slag again, because we have a lot of it. Itchy. How are we doing on these walruses? Our tower defense is strong. Because I want to start adding in the hydroponic basins. I'm going to send Lanny and... oh, wow, you lost a toe. Alright. You get hit by one. Alright, advanced bionic foot. Bionic foot. Prosthetic foot. Okay, and then... oh, that's an old injury. Cruzio, you could join us. Come on now. What's the deal with auto mortars? They'll just start turning on and mortaring me. So in 9.5 days, I get shot by mortars whether I want to or not. Alright, so I didn't notice that Wolf had a bite scar. That's pretty recent, actually. That would be why. The issue is EPOE, the Enhanced Bionics mod that I have, doesn't recognize the advanced stuff as proper transhumanist body parts, which is a big bummer, in my opinion. Oh, there is another one. Chelsea, you want to just one-on-one a walrus? I want you to. I wonder how heavy they put this walrus in. What's this programmed at? Where is it? Carrying capacity, move speed, body size. Oh, well, okay. Doesn't have one of those. Done. All right, other things that you all mentioned is the bionic jaws that I could set up, especially for wargs bears. So we have 3 wargs, 2 bears. Actually, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that could benefit. Might as well go all 7. So Glitch has been busy trying to tailor up some new clothing. What would help with that would be to store the materials closer. So let me set up a little shelf. Whoa! That shelf got manufactured so quickly I didn't even see it. What in the hell was that? That was like trippy to watch. Alright, critically important that Megasloth wool is stored here. Alright, so here we have the wool on a shelf, and that should help Glitch set it up more. I'm going to put 2 new heaters in here as well, because we have a penalty to bad temperature, which is easy to fix. Especially given that the additional chem fuel power generators are helping to... My power is better than it has been in the past. Here we go. The big clothing swap. Also, having this little pocket of warmth, not that it's all that warm, but having this little pocket of warmth down here helps for our hydroponic or our hypothermic people as well, with a little bit of a hidden benefit. I think what I'm going to do is disallow brawlers wearing flak jackets, because she shouldn't be in a flak jacket. Or, yeah. Doesn't provide enough heat. Okay, now we're really cranking through the clothing. I like how she's just flatly refusing to take it off. Hello? Okay, there she goes. And she now has a parka on. Good. Lynn and the Liar. Tyrant of the Wendigos. Ooh, for a tech-prof core. And camp loot. Well, I mean, I kind of have to, don't I? Because I really need solar. Alright, so expires in 15 days. Show me the camp. It's not too close. It's kind of in the mountains. Kind of unfortunate. But hell yeah. I mean, tech-prof is what we need. That's our current bottleneck. Do I need a second mortar to counter the mortar shield? I do, but I don't have mortar tech, so moot. You know. Okay, so the prosthetic foots are getting undone. It's not a free tech prof. I have to go clear a bandit camp. A Croatan bandit camp. Nothing free in life. Okay, so the clothing's looking pretty good. If I get another textiler, we'll be able to sell off some of this older clothing that is like human leather. Because obviously we're just wearing Megasloth wool now. As much as I like the mood benefit of human leather, the heat benefit of the heat benefit that we get from the wool is hard to deny. Okay, so for that bandit base, I think probably our best bet is to wait until it's at least not winter. Winter raid is not a safe raid. Combat supplier from Rob's. Swank. We'll use. And then another thing I wanted to do is, so animals, now that animals cannot, let's see, I'll like arrange my drugs nicely. Now that the animals cannot necessarily go into these zones here, I'll have them free to traverse. Except for where the drugs go. Okay, someone's setting that up? No one's setting it up, of course. Alright, Wolf, let's get you trading. Rebuild the pod launchers? I will. I'm not in any rush. Tech print cataphract armor sounds fun, but one of the... Oh, wait, when did I have a psi neuroformer? I don't recall buying that. I'll have to check my log to see who gifted it, because or just tag me. Make sure I don't miss. If you've earmarked that for a specific person, I don't want to screw it up and give it to someone incorrect. That would be, that would be bad. Oh, MDT, you sent it for glitch? Cool. So when it's not so bone-chillingly cold, we'll think about wearing some of the weapons and armor that we got that are better for us. But right now it's pretty bone-chillingly cold. So over here, I think we have tea and beer. So over here, what I'll do is ambrosia, go juice, antibiotics. This will be like our drug stack. Wake up, so on and so forth. Once they get it built. Am I out of bone? Is that what they're indicating? I think it is. I think it is. And you've got another Tory Talker vote up top. Gender swap. Don't vote for gender swap. It's annoying. I don't usually ask for you to choose what to vote on, but the problem with gender swap is I don't think people want their genders changed. They always ask for it to be reversed. In fact, gender swap's not even supposed to be a valid option. It kind of bothers me a little bit that it is. Alright, so we're done with the slag. I think we'll keep some of the extra slag left. And we'll go back to butchering? So who's assigned to cooking? So I'm going to expand close a little bit. The other advantage of having this close zone is we're not going to go too close to the mech cluster. Which is a good thing, because going too close will get us super murdered. But we have a lot of idle folks around. Am I out of wool? Did I burn through that much wool that quickly? I think I have, which is incredible. Maybe not incredible in a good way, but pretty ridiculous. Oh no, I do have bones. You guys lied to me. Alright, so here On this one, I want human leather so that I can make the dusters more quickly. And then over here, I was going to have antibiotics because... Or you know what? I'm going to put my luciferium over here. Just because it's safer. And then over here, it will go from luciferium to wake up. You've been watching episode 38 of The Wendigos, originally airing live on Twitch, August 29th. If you'd like to catch a live stream of this, just go to Rhadamant.com for this schedule. If you have any feedback for me, drop me a line in the comments below, keeping in mind that there are a few episodes left to air from the stream. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll catch you all next episode. Adios.